Yes, my friends, what you're looking at is the HTC One M9, the latest flagship from HTC. We saw this at Mobile World Congress and we wondered how well would this phone fare as it looks similar to its younger counterpart, the HTC One M8, actually older counterpart if you will. Now, we're going to jump into this review, spend some time looking at the device, see what HTC has brought in new, and what makes this device something worth picking up or not. So this is the One M9. This is what the device looks like in full frame. As you can see, it looks very similar to the One M8 from last year, and I want to show you that side by side. But just remember, if you guys want to see more, we will have a detailed video of both devices in comparison. So looking at both of them, you can see they both gunmetal, but of course the gunmetal color for this year has a little bit of a darker tint to it. The camera is also different. You do have a 20 megapixel camera and you have an ultra pixel camera here. Both have two-tone flash, both have similar design styling, but the One M8 is more rounded. This has a little bit more of a sharper edge to it. Now the One M8 has the power button on the top. That's not there anymore. And both have 1080p displays. If we just flip this around quickly, just to showcase the displays for you here. And that's about it where they both land the similarities for both devices. And that's it. So let's talk more about our device here, the HTC One M9. So right in front, you have a 5-inch 1080p display, so similar display as what you had from last year. The ultra pixel camera that was on the rear is now moved to the front of the device here. So if we actually zoom in a little closer, we will see that what we have here at the very top is an ultra pixel camera. And that is what HTC has added to this device now. And you can see the ultra pixel sensor in the front. Now you do have boom sound still on the top and the bottom that comes with Dolby Digital audio, which we'll talk more about. And as we pan back to the back of this device, you have this 20 megapixel sensor here. This is a new sensor. It's also got sapphire glass covering the sensor lens, so it will, it's going to prevent a lot of scratches in your device, which will actually keep the longevity of your photos. So at least down the line in the year, you won't have that issue with scratchy lens or things like that. Now, in terms of other features around this device, you do have a micro SD card slot. And then over here, you do have the power buttons moved to the center of the device on the right hand side. You do have the volume rocker and your micro SIM slot. Now, a couple of things in terms of the design. This is still that machine unibody design, but you can see it's got a layered tone to it, if you will. So there's actually a thinner layer here, and then this is the bulk layer. So it's a little thicker than what we had from last year's device, and it's also got a camera bump. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly. Let's see if we can magnify that better for you so you get a good idea of what the camera bump actually looks like. There we go. So you do have a camera bump on there. Now this camera has EIS, so it's basically digital image stabilization. It does not have OIS, which is fondly used by a lot of manufacturers right now. So there is no optical image stabilization on this. Now this is powered by a Snapdragon octa-core processor, the A10 processor. So basically this is super fast, very efficient, as well as it has, like I said, 32 gigabytes of internal storage, expandable up to 128. Now, HTC did say that they have been testing to see if they can do an update so you can run the SanDisk 200 gigabyte SD card in there. So that's something to take note while you have this device. The battery is about a 2800 milliamp battery in here, and I could be wrong, so battery will be listed there for you on the video just to make sure. And it's still got that unibody finish. Now, couple of things to note about this device. First of all, I have to give HTC that they actually improved on the heat dissipation. It doesn't heat up as much as the M8 did last year. Actually, it heats up very little in terms of comparison. So I do like that fact about it. Now, if we double tap, which we can do to actually turn on the device, you can see we have that feature there. It is running Sense 7 and it's also running Android 5.0. If you want to see a full review of Sense, just basically go ahead and check that out for us, and you can see our full review of Sense 7.0. So here is what your M9 looks like. This is a custom theme that I have there. It's one of the new features they have, and the custom themes sound really good. They actually do a good job in personalizing what your phone looks like and feel, but it still feels very much like Sense. So you still have that Sense look. Of course, you still have blink feed on the side, but you can see how smooth this thing actually runs, transitioning. But one thing I like about the custom theme is if you're a Green Lantern fan, everything's going to be green. Everything's going to have that look and feel, and you can change and customize your icons to look a certain way, which is a very easy process. All you have to do, the quickest way, go through home screen, hold down, manage and edit themes. You can go in there. I have 3 themes that are very customized. There's basketball, the Supes, there's Green Lantern. You can download from the catalog. You can also create yours. Easy process by basically just jumping in and going to the theme. I can edit this theme if I choose to, or I can just choose an image, my gallery. Let's see, what do I have here? And you know what? I took a photo here of, this is from a Loot Crate, I believe. And you know, I'm gonna make it, there we go. I'm gonna make it that. You can change it across the board, hit next. Now it will process it, select your wallpaper out of this. This is not pretty much the best. No, I don't like that. Let's do this again. Let's actually just select an image from an album and do this correctly. So we did that. Let's do bats here. So we have Batman. We select a wallpaper theme. Do that. Set it up. Hit next. And boom, what it does, it will basically take the colors, the fonts, change it out for you. You can see we have different options. You can scroll to different ones you like and pick. And you know, this is a little colorful for bats, so I'm gonna keep it nice and simple again. Structure, hit next. Call it Batman, hit OK, and boom. That's my theme updated for you right there to give you a custom theme look. Now, it takes a couple seconds here to do this, but it's updated, and now I have Batman, Green Lantern, Supes theme, and boom, my home screen, it's there. And you can see the iconography, the fonts, and all that. You can also customize that a little bit more and go into detail in terms of font style and look. So that's how you change your themes on this, and it's really nice because again, it's got that full bat theme. Of course, it's all black, and you can get all that on there. Now, your notification center is also changed. You see, you have added features like, of course, your flashlight, HTC Connect. Do have, of course, more things in there like the power saving mode and an extreme power saving mode, which you still have, which will still give you almost a day battery life on 10%, which is very nice. And now talking about battery life, this thing has done a very good job with battery life. It's gone about 22, 23 hours on battery life here, on standard use. I'll say moderate to standard use, and it's done a very good job, which I like that it's actually giving me some solid battery life. You can see the theme also matches all the way through to settings. So my settings are all kind of dark and a black background. If I went back to Green Lantern, it would be the same thing. Sorry, actually 23 hours and 44 minutes on battery. So, and I still have about 35% left. So battery life on this thing is really good. So I like that they've done that. Now, a couple of you are probably wondering, so what's my take on this device? I'm going to change this theme back. I think I'll go to Supes instead. So what's my take on this device? You know, the HTC One M9 is nice. It really feels like a slight upgrade to what we had from last year. Granted, you can now see, you can see how it's changed. I just want to show you quickly and go into the settings, and I'll show you how that's also now blue and more stylized there. So what they've done is they've done minimal upgrades to this device on certain areas and certain things. So you know, Sense has done a much smoother upgrade. It still looks like Sense, doesn't look more like Android 5.0, even though you're running Android 5.0 on this device. So you do have that feel and look. Blink feed functions much better and is a little bit more fluid. Also, you can see how well it functions. In terms of the display, there still is a 1080p display and not a 2K display like you expect. They talked about battery life compensation, and I'm glad to see that yes, I'm still getting that all-day battery life, but I would love to see a sharper, more vibrant display. In terms of the camera, you do have to spend more time in our camera review and check that out, but the camera has been a very mixed bag. Now if we go into the camera app itself, what we do have are two cameras. We have that 20 megapixel camera in the rear, where we can go ahead, quickly snap a photo, and we'll show you some images on there. And we also have our selfie camera, where you can see it right there. That is the ultra pixel camera on screen, and this also takes some decent pictures depending on the lighting. Now that is what my problem is with this, is that it's a mixed bag when it comes to what you get in terms of what you get from the camera. The camera, it has just almost mixed reactions. It almost feels like sometimes I get decent photos, sometimes I don't, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm getting in terms of photography from this. In terms of the ultra pixel camera, I'm a little bit more satisfied that with some photos with the front facing camera, but the rear camera has been really a mixed bag. I think the lack of OIS really points to that. I'm not saying it's a bad camera, but it's really mixed, and something that it seems like HTC hasn't progressed in that segment. So it's a bit bummer for me, because I was really hoping to see better improvements from that. Areas where you still find HTC does a fantastic job is with boom sound. With Dolby Digital, it really sounds crisp and clear, and you've got two different modes. So I'm going to actually go to our YouTube channel, because for some reason all I'm doing was streaming music on here, so I don't actually have any specific songs on this, and I will go to an unboxing that we have. So we do this. Hey guys, Thunder E here, and we're doing an unboxing as well as, kind of like a quick first impressions of the LG G Flex 2 on Sprint. So that's what you get sound-wise, and you can actually customize the audio. So you can actually customize that Dolby Digital audio to the kind of sound that you're looking for. Now, the easiest way to do that is to basically toggle between, if you actually go here into the settings, there's one way that you can toggle between, that's what I'm show you from the settings, you can toggle between theater mode as well as music mode, which for the internal speakers. You can do that for the boom sound speakers as well as your headphones, so it really doesn't matter what you're using device wise, but you can actually do that there. And we go back here into the sensor. This is an aspect I'll show you in a second, and we play music mode. So it's a little different. You can hear the sound differences there. It's something that when you listen it to, you hear the difference in sound. It's a digital effect. It's not something that's analog, but it's still nice. Boom sound speakers are clear and crisp. They're crisper, but they're not louder. To me, they don't feel louder than the M8. I think the M8 was louder. It might just be what Dolby's doing, but it's something you could probably change or fix or set up as things move along. Now, the other thing to note here is actually your multitask button. Now, standard multitask with Android 5.0 is that card deck system. HTC is not doing that. They're actually doing just panel slides. You can see I have so many applications open here. I have actually 3 panel slides open with this device, and you can see how many applications have been open in here, and this thing is still running very smooth. That's just a testament to that 810 processor, as well as 3 gigs of RAM that you're running on this system. So that goes a long way, and of course you can just kill everything if you choose to, and clears out all the applications there that you have. So with your HTC One M8, you still have a couple of features. You can still do that swipe with 3 fingers up to bring up your media play setup, where you can actually stream wirelessly to multiple speaker systems. Now, I don't have one set up, but again, that's a really nice quick transition to what you're looking for. I forgot to actually show you guys the version of Android we're running here, and that would be if we go here into software information, Android 5.0.2, Sense 7.0. So you're running at least closest to the latest version of Android and the latest version of Sense on this device. Now, a couple of things I almost forgot to mention actually to do with this new widget setup. You have this widget here, which I personally don't use that much, but it might work for some people, which sets up a location-based applications that you use. So you do have 6 applications, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 5. You can have 6 slots where you can actually use your custom applications, and you can set it by location. You also have folders for downloads and suggestions. Suggestions really is suggesting applications that you might want to use, as well as downloads, show you all your downloads, recent downloads, and goes, instead of going on your home screen, goes into that. So what it does is uses your location to find out where home is, work is, and those applications change. So if I do home, you can see home changes. Now I have Play Store, I have Google here, I have themes, calendar, music, and YouTube. And then there's suggestion and download is still there. You can still customize this totally as you choose. And if I go into work, I also have work setup applications. I haven't actually set up a work location here for that. So let's go ahead and just X that out. So you do have certain applications built for work. Now you can go in, like I said, customize as much as you want, set location, show hide smart folders, personalize HTC Sense Home. That's something, again, you can personalize, or you can just take the whole widget and throw it away and just put it away if you don't want to. But it's a nice little addition that they do here to actually make it a more customized experience. Now, HTC has a few applications in there, like HTC Print Studio allows you to print a lot of the photos you take and actually have them sent to you. So it's a nice process, and I think HTC has done a cool job in adding a lot of little nifty nitty-gritty features in here to give you as much customizability and also function on this device. The HTC Connect, which connects to multiple media sources. Of course, personalizing your home screen, the boom sound, and of course, there's power management altogether. So that is the One M9 from HTC, its latest version of Android flagship smartphone. The device has some really cool features. The battery life is fantastic. I like the theming. I thought I wouldn't like it. I actually do like it because me, I love my wallpapers. So for me, theming my wallpapers and theming everything actually goes a long way. So I do like that fact about it. I also like the fact that they also have given you some extra things and smoothed out what we have with Blink Feed, as well as also just the overall view of HTC Sense with 7.0. The camera was a little bit of a bummer to me because of the mixed camera samples that I got from there. 4K recording was fine, but in terms of photo quality, there was a really mixed bag. So that's the M9 for you. All in all, it really is a small upgrade from the M8 from last year. It's something that I would say, if you're coming from maybe the M7, sure, from the M8, it might be a little difficult to justify that, but it's still a nice device. Although they do have that package deal of the OHO protection that gives you a 1-year no question asked replacement if you drop or water damage on your phone, or if you're switching carriers from, say, a Springs to T-Mobile. This is the T-Mobile version. So if you guys have any questions or any comments about the HTC One M9, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and favorite this video so we can make more videos for you. Do subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.